Hello YouTube. This is my first video, so I hope you forgive me for low production values and that I might be a little rough because while I am a nerd and I love technology, I am really stupid when it comes to using it. So let's get going. Now, first off, I shall say that I really did and have always loved the shiny. I just barely got back into this. I spent January studying videos to learn how things have changed, what's going on in the coin world and precious metal world. I did really good back in the day, but I got probably more lucky than anything else. And now I'm a little bit more serious about it. I love you guys, so let's get going. All right, first thing, I got real lucky. Johnson Matthey, very popular here. I live in an area where it was made in general. Very popular here. Trying to get in focus here. As you can probably see, what I'm showing you is that I have actually a good run of them. And the local coin shop that I have sells them to me for $1.50 over spot, and they've got a million of them. A million. It's crazy. So I'm showing you guys kind of what I've done in the last about 2 months. I do have a plan, and this is something that I would advise you guys. You don't have to 100% stick to the plan. It's just gives you guidance of what you want to do. Just put a couple months before you, plan out what you want to do. Put a couple months before you. And let's carry on. Now this one, I'm still a little worried about this because it's so shiny. I'm worried about it because this one doesn't come with a serial number, yet somehow it checks out as pure silver. So I might have a fake Sunshine Mint coin, yet it's made out of silver. How does that work? There's my erases. And I don't even know how I caught on to some of these because I just knew when I saw them in my local coin shop that they were good. Now, I'm planning on starting 2 collections. And one is in silver and the other one's in gold. And I really was tempted to go both silver and gold with this one. But it's kind of funny because I thought that I would just get one because I'm just like, yeah, I really like this thing. They look really cool. So I'm going to get a collection for myself. Then I started thinking, well, why should I not get a collection for myself and then one to maybe sell down the road? Because that's kind of part of the point of this. I like collecting this stuff. In fact, I like to say my spirit animal is a dragon because I love having the shiny so much. But then all of a sudden I realized, hey, my dad really loves these kind of like weird, focus is so bad. My dad really loves these kind of mythological things. And then I kind of showed my mom. My mom was like, that was so cool. So, yeah, I know what I'm getting him for the next holidays for the next 3 years. And that's actually kind of cool. I'm going to probably end up being the uncle that, or brother, that just starts giving out shiny for... So, not all of this is going to be exactly mine. And to kill some time here, I did have gold, and in a way I do have gold. That's probably a good story for another video, actually, honestly. And I do have to be honest, these phoenixes kind of killed me, but I got lucky, and they're not as bad as they used to be. Holy crap. In 6 weeks, The cheapest I can get is $20 over. And I'm getting to a point right now where I would like to throw out just a couple little bit of shout outs here, because they helped me out so much, so very much. So, I'm sorry if I get some of you kind of confused because you got so close in names. So, Silver Fortune and Silver Future, you two are like, kind of like our, I don't know how to put this. You guys are like our doomsday prepper guys. And you guys got a lot of good advice. I love you guys. Silver Bean Counter, holy crap, our accountant. And Torch 66, you come in really close there. Silver Baggins in his magic hands. Holy shit, I love Silver Baggins. And Backyard Bullion. You guys are like two peas in a pod. I hope you guys talk a lot. Silver Baggins, he's our cool, happy hands guy. Backyard Bullion, that guy made it. Holy crap. And Sal. Who can forget Sal? And Silver Wolverine. Once again, our two, like, serious dudes. Shadow Stacking. I seriously believe that you're Idris Elba, and you're just not telling us. And the only problem I only have with Shadow Stacking is, and it's not a problem at all, is that he is focused on the European market. So sometimes some of the stuff he tells us, it just doesn't relate here in North America. Stachys Argentium, this rising upstart here. And there is one more person that I'm going to bring up that I love. I love this guy. He's my favorite new guy. But he's going to come up later, and you will see exactly why. So, I really did have a plan. I had a very big plan, because I had a unique situation, and where I finally was able to get back into this. And it's nobody's fault but mine. I've lived a very wild and very crazy life. And so, I've been broke a lot. I've won fortunes, lost fortunes. I'm good at making money, but I'm very good at spending money too. But carrying on. I haven't been able to carry on too much into these internet markets because Providence been so good. Well, they might have dropped off. I looked just right into it this week, but they had a run. They had a crazy run where almost every week they were having some kind of great, crazy sale. It was ridiculous. So ridiculous. So, say these guys. And my favorite new guy will like these. The Vaders. The Vaders. But one of these is not going to be mine. It's going to my sister. Because as much as I love Star Wars, she loves Star Wars so much more. And so I had so many intentions starting out. First off, I was just going to go for weight. Total weight. And that actually is kind of coming up. But I'm taking it easy because this is a marathon. This isn't something that you just do right now, get everything right now. It's kind of hard to fight it too, because there are so many things I would like to have right now. But if you just wait a second, you just look around, everything always goes on sale at some point in time. So this is why it's important to have a plan, an overall plan. It's good to have one for a month. It's good to have one for a year. Just what do I want to get sometime this year, but I just need to wait for it. I need to find it right at a good time. This right here, this little jerk, geez, it cost me $60. $60 and was kind of killing me because I could have bought at least 3, if not 4 ounces for it. But then I look around and now it's like $80. So this is things you need to think about. This guy right here, the dragon right here. You know what? At my local coin store, he cost just as much as the Yale. He cost just as much as the Falcon. Cost just as much as the Bull. The thing is the rest of the way around, he's almost $50 right now. So you just need to look around. You need to be patient. Now, carrying on, I've so meant to get around to stacking government silver. This is the whole thing. I kind of like it. I was totally American all the way when I started. I wanted American Eagles. I wanted American junk silver. I wanted American. And on top of that, I mean, geez, look at this wrinkled ass face. And I have to spend so much time, because I collect so much other government silver, looking at her. This is going to be important later. So, I'm going to collect a tube of this. I'm going to collect a tube. I'm going to collect a tube of this. Canadian maples. Holy crap. Some of these, they're so pretty. They're so very pretty. But the milk spotting thing is horrific. It's so horrific. I've never run across anything else in all of these things except for the Canadian maples. And sometimes it can be advantageous. It really can be. Because, yeah. Unfortunately, I have a Samsung X6. I did not keep up with technology. But yeah, that's kind of nasty. It's kind of nasty, but you know what? You get it cheaper if you're smart. You say, look, that's milk spotted. I don't want it. I don't want to play with it. And that's important too, just as well. Because I get deals on this. So, generally on my Canadian silver, I pay almost nothing for it. And all of a sudden, I got turned into Canadian silver because, hey, guess what? Well, Super Maple Leaf, dollar over spot. Polar Bear, dollar over spot. Other polar bears, dollar over spot. I don't need to be wearing gloves for these ones, but it's going to be important in a minute. Well, this one I am, because I loved it. And this is how Provident kept getting me for just a minute. And that's going to probably be about every company. They're just going to have this great run of having super awesome deals going on. And then they'll carry on with it. Here's another one gloving. And this is something that kind of turned me. The Britannias. American Eagles, they might kind of be just a tiny bit boring. Here's another Provident deal I got. All of a sudden, they're $18, $19 dragons were, during some kind of special, were all of a sudden $17. Now, I think I'm going to talk about using your silver as money. I don't know if I'm in an absolute fortunate position, but I am missing a few ounces, specifically because I have used my silver as money. I had a Krugerrand. I had a Philharmonic. Now, I get these from my favorite local coin shop for about $16.50 to $17 a piece. I trade that in for $34 of pizza. And I did show the pizza delivery person that I had $40 in cash. That was gonna be her tip. And I said, I can give you $20, I can give you one of these. I could give you two of these, and that's what's gonna happen. And she very enthusiastically went with it. But I might be fortunate of where I live that's the kind of thing that happens. I pay my accountant silver, and he loves it. He loves it. Here's another thing. I go into my bank every 2 weeks, basically to take cash out to go pay for my silver and or gold. I do have gold. That's going to be probably another video. I have a ½ ounce of gold. I did have a ½ ounce of gold. I most likely have a ½ ounce of gold. But that's going to have to be the next video. The point being is I go in every week and I ask, do you have any 50-cent pieces? Very rare, very rare. And if they don't have the kinds I have, I know some of you guys are going to clutch your hearts because if it's 65 or over, I just use it to tip people or give it to somebody else. But one day, I went into the bank and they were like, well, we only have one. Do you have 50 cents? And I was like, yes, I do. And then I got this guy. I know he's ugly. I gotta clean him up. 64 anyway. And then I get a roll of quarters because with the machined grocery stores we have, what's the big deal of putting in $40 into the grocery machine? It doesn't care. It doesn't have to count it out. It's doing it. However, I just so happened to catch one that had an end piece of a Franklin, and sight unseen, I walked to a coin store up street with my $10 roll, and he gave me this. No questions asked. And this is probably the only Canadian coin that I do not have that isn't tarnished or milk spotted. Funny enough. Now, guess what? It is time for my last shout out. I'm sure some of you might know where this is going, but I'm going to tease it just a little bit. So, at my local coin store, I was so determined to collect American junk silver. So determined. I was like, this is it. This is my junk silver. This is what I'm doing. However, I just saw some that were just so tempting because my local coin store was selling these things for 50 cents under spot. So, yeah. I got this Olympic coin. That's 3/4 of an ounce. This Olympic coin, 3/4 of an ounce. This Olympic coin, 3/4 or an ounce and a half. Now, this is what has changed me on the Queen right here. Just right here. Whoop. Also, we got Cutie Elizabeth. What the fuck? She's so cute. She looks so cute, especially in silver. Why don't they keep putting that on there? What's going up with that? Here's another one. So, now we're getting into the junk. So, yeah, this is old. 1938. This is kind of important because I actually went to a new coin dealer just to check him out. He has one of these, and I'm not in the slab. This is something I tell people all the time. I'm more into money, and you're going to kind of laugh at some of this, but I'm more into money than slab. But he so tempted me. $40 he had this year, and it looks almost exactly like a